Hi, my name is Paula Hewitt. I live in Albuquerque, New Mexico. I am 63 years old and I have been here for about 30 years. Prior to that, I traveled around the country and around the globe as a military dependent and a spouse and a wife. A spouse and a daughter. So I wanted to do this teacher training to develop my yoga experience and come a little bit further in my yoga journey. In Albuquerque, we have beautiful weather, 4 seasons, so we're able to do outside activities year-round. I'm very active. I hike, I am a swimmer, I do a lot of camping, I ride my bike, and we actually do spend a lot of time outside, and our activities are often in the mountains, so we get a lot of experience. Now, as far as the yoga, my first real experience with yoga was at a Bikram class in Santa Fe about 15 years ago. Prior to that, I had taken 1 or 2 classes at my local gym. The Bikram class was really eye-opening for me to do 90 minutes of yoga, and I did it for a while. I would say I did it not daily, but fairly consistently for at least a year, and I really wasn't exposed to any other disciplines of yoga other than that. But having that kind of an introduction and the repetitiveness of the Bikram was helpful to me in just learning some basics. However, I did eventually tire of that and wanted to find out more about the discipline of yoga in a different way, where I was getting more instruction. After that, I began to spend time at an Iyengar studio here in Albuquerque, and my sister and my daughter had both taken teacher training classes from this studio and were spending, that's where they did the majority of their yoga outside of their home practice. So I started going. At first it was pretty sporadic, but I eventually started going once a week, pretty consistently, to yoga classes at the Iyengar studio. And this is when I really learned about how critical it is to learn and to develop your postures in the correct way. I'm taking this teacher training because I'd like to expand my own yoga journey. I would potentially like to have the opportunity, if it presents itself, to spend time collaborating with my sister and my daughter, potentially having our own teaching scenario, whether it's in a studio that we develop of our own or something different. I do believe that this yoga training is going to help me to become a lot more experienced, to learn in depth the benefits of yoga, both to the mind and the body. And I do believe that I am going to learn a lot about the body in general through this yoga teacher training.